is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Super V says, Big O, I have confidence in Coach Flo and Grier because they have players now that fit their scheme, so I'm sure they have a good idea who will be doing what on the field. You know, Super V, you might be right, but what you can't predict, my brother, is young players to the NFL. You can't predict that. You can say he has a skill set, but does he have the intelligence, the comprehension, the consistency? Can his body stay healthy? Can he adjust to the physicality of the game and the speed? You're projecting everything, and it's only human error that you'd fail several times doing that. Because you got to remember, Super V, it's not easy to say, well, this will translate guaranteed to this. It just doesn't happen. It's really, really difficult. So it's not as easy as you make it seem. I have total confidence in Coach Flo and Grier and everything that they're doing right now. But I also have to be objective and say what they're doing is really challenging right now because they're not really getting a good feel. Think about this. For the last 4 months, you would have had these players doing all kinds of mini camps and then classroom sessions, right? And so now you're getting all the mental reps and you're finding out how smart a guy is. How many times does he make the mistake? How many times does it take for him to learn it? Does he learn it right away? Does he never learn it? And those are the little things that you don't know until you get to training camp. Now, but if you had them all off season, you'd have gone, hey, remember, John over here, it takes him a couple times to get it going. Oh, no, but we got no problem here because Fred gets it right away. And these are things that you don't know until you have them in your huddle, until you have them in your classroom, until you know that they show up every day on time, or sometimes a couple guys are dragging ass and they're always 5 minutes late or whatever. Then you start to find out because every day is a beautiful thing. You really find out about people if they can perform every day. And if, the first week they're all gung-ho and all that, and then the second week it's a grind, and the third week and the fourth, and they kind of lose interest. You don't know about those things until you get them in your building, Super V. So these things that they've got to accomplish now are going to be a lot harder without a true assessment of what you have in this player. And now you have to find out in a really short window, and you can't. And you can't. You don't even find out in a whole year. Takes you a little while, man, to figure it all out. Let's see. DX was the blank. Attitude Era Raw is War on Mondays was the best. Now it's caca. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Jean-Luc. Is that like, that sounds like wrestling. So it's a cacayud. Okay. All right. It is. Is Coach Flo calling the defense this season? No, he has a defensive coordinator. It's his defense, but he has a defensive coordinator calling the plays. Okay. He's the head coach. He has delegated the responsibility to two other guys. Now, it's his defense, but I don't think he's calling the defensive plays. I think their coordinator does that. I think that's how it'll turn out. Okay. But right now, I'm more worried about the talent than I am the calling of the play. I'm not worried about that. I saw what they can do without any talent, and they got better and better as the year went on.